Stop talking. Cheese. Cheese is life. You wanna get f***ed up? These wings will f*** you up. Ever since we moved away from New Zealand, we have our Orphans Christmas every year with our group of friends, our chosen family, if you will. And that usually involves a lot of drinking and a lot of eating. So today we're gonna make some stuffed chicken wings for our annual wing off. This year, we're gonna win. Let's go, make it good. Chicken, chicken, more chicken. Onion, garlic, bacon, mustard, cream, pickled jalapenos, some Greek yogurt, some hectic Coca Cola BBQ sauce that I made, and a fuckload of American cheese. Let's go. So I've cut all this stuff really small because we want to be able to pipe this through a small hole in a bag into our chicken wings. And if it's too big, it's going to get clogged up, and that would be a pain in my ass. Alright, I think we're ready to get fucking cracking on some cheese sauce. Fire! Now we're going to chuck in some oil. Don't be shy on the oil. I know it's not good for you, but this fucking recipe is not going to be good for you, so just make your peace with it. First of all, we're going to render down some of our bacon in the pan so that we can cook all of our other ingredients in the fat from the bacon. A little bit of smoke going on. In with the pork. Now, I know you might be thinking, that's a lot of bacon to go inside a chicken wing. There is never too much bacon. So you want to give off a pleasant hiss. Listen to that sweet, sweet song of swine. We get yourself a heat-proof bowl to chuck this boiling hot bacon in there. We can keep our raw ingredients separate from our cooked. Look at that foamy delight. Smell is, it's kind of the same sort of exhilaration you get that first sip of beer after a hard day. First up, you open a fresh pack of durries. Alright, I reckon that's probably about where we want it. Nice and foamy, nice and crispy. Got all the fond off the bottom, most of it anyway. Now you want to try and hold back as much of that glorious, glorious fat as possible. That is what we're going to cook all of our veggies in. We've got a few little stray bits of like fond and little left behind bits of piggy. We're going to go in with our onions. We'll cook our onions first because they're harder and they have a lower sugar content than the garlic. We'll put the garlic in at the same time, it will burn and your onions will still be raw. The thing about working in commercial kitchens is that we sweep and mop our floor every single day. Unfortunately at home that piece is going to live there for a while. A little bit of salt during the sweating down process usually helps expedite the process. Onions are starting to get nice and soft. A little bit translucent there. About this point now, chuck in our garlic. Basically you want the garlic to go in when you're about 1 to 2 minutes away from being done. Unless you want it to taste like bitter shit. Always remember to smack your wooden spoon on the side of the pan every now and then so that everybody else in the house knows that you're doing something. Perfect. So you don't really want to let this sit in one place for too long. You don't have to baby it too much, but kind of want to move it around as much as possible. We're not looking for much color, we're just looking to release all the flavor and sweeten up the onion and the garlic. Alright, I reckon that's about good. So we're going to heat off and we'll chuck it in our bowl with our bacon. And we'll set that aside for later. It's the wrong fucking one. So, now it's time for the cheese part of this little journey of ours. So we're going to heat up some of Australia's finest, and probably what wouldn't pass for cream in New Zealand, if I'm honest. Please sponsor me, Buller. Now you don't want your pan to be too hot when you chuck your cream in, because otherwise it will scald and it will taste like Satan's nutsack. So we'll go on a sort of a medium heat for that. We're going to bang in about a teaspoon seeded mustard. This stuff changed my fucking life. For the worse. because it is delicious, but it is fucking the devil. Stop talking. Cheese. Cheese is life. So we're just going to bring this up till it's, we don't want to boil it, but we just want it to be starting to simmer. And then we're just going to tear up bits of this cheese. Add it slowly, because we want it to emulsify properly. We don't want it to turn into a gloopy chunk of bullshit. Be sure to subscribe to my fucking videos if you want to die an early death, but a happy death. So keep moving it off the bottom, because at this point it will start to stick, and if it sticks, it will burn. And then you have to start again. Good wee taste. That's cheese. That is definitely cheese. This would be bang on if we were doing nachos or some other sort of liquid cheese situation. We're gonna be stuffing chicken wings with this motherfucker. So we're gonna thicken it up with a little corn flour slurry. So that's one of your mum's secret little tricks is a bit of corn flour, a bit of cold water, mix it into a paste, and then add it to like a hot sauce, and it will thicken it up like nobody's business. If you didn't know that before, I've just like opened a world of gravies to you. You're welcome. Right, so I'm gonna take this off the heat so that it doesn't catch while I'm fucking around with making a slurry. And we're gonna make slurry. Believe it or not, this unappealing watery bowl of garbage is going to make all the difference to our sauce. Back on the heat. It needs to be at least 70 degrees for the corn flour to become active. Right, so you want to see around the edge here where it's just bubbling ever so lightly. Tells us we're pretty much good to go. So you pour that in slowly and stir it in as you go. If you pour it in all at once, it's going to turn to a rubbery blob of bullshit. Make sure to stir the shit out of it so that it incorporates nicely, and that's thickening up great. Fuck yeah. Fucking hard out. Cheese lava. That's what it's going to look like coming out of me too. Right, you want to cook this out for no more than a minute. It's going to start to burn and catch real easy with the corn flour in there. So just turn off the heat, let the residual warmth of the pan finish the job. So we're going to go in now with our little goodies. So it's your bacon and onion and garlic. Get all of that fucking grease in there. And then we're going to go in with our chopped jalapenos. I'm a dirty, dirty cheese whore. Whatever reason, pepper makes cheese cheesier. It's just science, people. It's chicken time! So we're going to be taking all the bones out of this and creating ourselves a lovely little meat sock. So basically, you want to go around the knuckle, cut all those tendons, and you use your hand to sort of push that meat back. Then we sort of like, you can put your finger right at the elbow there and pop that joint straight out. And then we fold it back, it's like a salmonella foreskin. And we sort of go in with the tip of our knife and try and pop out that little cartilagey bit there. Because this is the bit where you'll fuck it up. You'll go through the skin on the other side, and then our meat sock has a hole in it and your cheese will go fucking everywhere. Go in with the tip, probably use a smaller knife than this if you've got one. And you just want to, once again, release all those annoying tendon bits. And sort of going with your fingers around, because there's two bones here, right? Two bones. So you're taking out this little guy here first. And you sort of just push back and then pop it out. So this guy is where, once again, you'll run into trouble. So what you're trying to do is cut all those sort of tendony bits without cutting the skin open. And I fuck this up all the time, so bear with me. See how that guy there? That's never going to pull away, so you've got to cut that. Basically, the meat kind of just sits next to the bone, except for at the joints. The joints is where it's actually connected by tendons, and that's what we need to carefully extract from it. Cool, so release all those tendons off that knuckle, and once again, just push the meat down off the bone with your hands, and then finger on the elbow, and pop it out. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna feel around for any stray bits of cartilage, because it will feel like a mouthful of plastic. Get that in your nice cheesy meat sock. And we did it. Successful demonstration. And next we're gonna fill up a piping bag with our cheese sauce, so we can get the cheese inside the sock, as it were. Get yourself like the widest mouth cup or jar or whatever you've got, just to hold it open for you, so you can do it by yourself. Alright, so you want to fill it up sort of 2/3, because you need to twist the top to give yourself some tension. We're going to use the toothpicks to seal up the end of your socks. Nothing should be spewing until after you've eaten about 3 of these. Shake it down, pinch it up, give it a twist. There you go. Feed my unholy minion. Sous chef approves. Alright, time to shove some cheese up some chicken. Open her up, shove her in. I'm not going to fill it up too much, because I feel like it'll expand once we chuck it in the fryer, and it might split the chicken. I'm going to sort of just sew up the top with the toothpick. Hopefully that'll keep all the goodness in. Okay, that's the hard part done. So now we're going to dredge our dirty little chicken bastards. We're going to use some yogurt. We're going to run that down with just a little bit of water. Just a bit of plain flour. So first things first, little chicken guy, take a little bath in yogurt, and then we're going to go in with the flour. Now, you want to really get that flour in every little crevice, because that's going to help to glue up any little holes, and it's also going to create our nice crust on our chicken. Everybody wants a crusty meat sock. Now we're ready to fry this bitch. We've got our deep fryer up to temperature now. We're just going to do it 160 degrees for 5 minutes. There she goes. I always give it a bit of a shake, because it can stick to the bottom. If that happens, you're fucked. Pretty much, it's a bit easier today because we're only frying one chicken wing. If you're doing a bunch of them, you need to move them all around once they've been in the fryer for a couple of seconds, otherwise they will stick together and you won't get that nice even crust all over. And we want that even crust. We will kill for that even crust. Our dirty little cheesy little bastard is out of the fryer. Now, because I'm a complete psychopath, I'm going to chuck some more MSG into this motherfucker, and we're going to chuck some of this more chicken powder, which is just pure MSG and chicken powder. It is a delight. Job done. Now we're going in with some of our homemade Coca Cola BBQ sauce. Also, don't forget to take the toothpick out. Chicken bacon jalapeno cheese stuffed chicken wing. Fuck you up, chicken wing. Let's fucking have a go. You can tell us this is already gonna hurt me. What more do you want? What more do you want from me? What? I give you chicken wing. That was so fucking good.